Happy WrestleMania Sunday. The 34th annual WrestleMania is going to take place in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, not Silverdome, Hogan, in New Orleans, Louisiana. And one thing I thought about New Orleans, I thought they'd have a themed New Orleans set, entranceway would be Bourbon Street, something like that. Instead, the entranceway is just the WrestleMania logo with it's shaped like a pineapple. It's a damn pineapple, so that's what we're going to call it. The WrestleMania 30 set in the same building was huge. Last year's WrestleMania set in Orlando, WrestleMania 33, was just gigantic. It was one of the greatest sets ever. This year's set sucks. It's just a logo. I'm not a fan of it. Anyway, this pre-show is about to begin. So the pre-show panelists right now are Renee Young, JBL, Booker T, and David Otunga. And they were previewing the matches. But one thing that's more interesting is in the crowd right now is John Cena. He's taking pictures with all the fans. He's one of the first people in the building with the fans. So I guess he's really going to go to WrestleMania as a fan and just wait for the Undertaker all night. They're just, again, doing a lot of video package. They show Carmella at the pre-show panel right now. So we're starting with the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. You have Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler on commentary, so this is going to be a good one. The 5th Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know why Byron Saxton has to be on commentary with them, but he's ruining. He's talking way too much. Shut the fuck up, Byron Saxton. Just let JR and the King talk. So my pick to win, Elias, I guess he's not in this match. He's going to have his own concert or something. There's no big cast. There's rumors he might return and come back in with. And when he's not in this match either. No big show. I hope he's not Braun's partner, but he could be. So the only guy I think is probably going to win right now is Kane. He's the only guy that really means anything in this damn match. Everyone else is a jobber. God, the Revival are just jokes right now. God, this match sucks. I saw Baron Corbin eliminate like 5 guys or something, and then they had the camera on John Cena and then on the commentators. My God. So, the final 3 were Matt Hardy with the last 2 wonders, Mojo Rawley and Baron Corbin, and then Bray Wyatt appears. So I'm thinking, Bray's in the match, who's going to win, but he helps Hardy win. Hardy gets an assist. Both guys are eliminated. The match ends with Matt Hardy winning, and 2 of them hug at the end, so I guess they were tag team. I was pretty obvious that was going, but I don't know where Jeff Hardy, goes with this. So Matt Hardy wins. That match was shit. I thought that sucked. Cruiserweight title is next. So Cedric Alexander is your new champion, and they had a good match. The one thing I hated, though, they kept having to show John Cena in the crowd. I hope that's not the theme of the whole night. They're just going to keep showing Cena in the crowd. But that was a good Cruiserweight match. The crowd got into it near the end. They did some really good spots, and I enjoyed it. Alexander won. Told a good story at the end of how he had to regret beating down Ali. But, the one thing I noticed one thing. I want to correct myself. I wasn't a fan of the set. I guess the whole theme is Mardi Gras. And I was thinking to myself, they have a mask. The whole set looks like a giant Asuka mask. So that's kind of cool. So the women are coming up next. So they have to have Charlie Caruso interviewing John Cena in the crowd. And it's going to be like this the whole show. He's wearing casual clothes. So, he's teasing the match isn't going to happen. You know how to get the Undertaker's attention? When the national anthem happens, take an easy. Now I'm sure the Undertaker would literally kill John Cena. He'd probably murder John Cena at WrestleMania. So the first ever WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal is going to happen. They have Lillian Garcia interviewing, or going to announce everyone to the ring. Beth Phoenix is on commentary. Well, she was joined with Paige is on commentary too with Michael Cole and Corey Graves, so that's your announce team for this match. So I think this is also on the USA Network, and I think they're giving everyone entrances, so they're actually going to treat this like this is an actual match. So it's kind of funny. They gave Becky an entrance, and everyone else comes out with the WrestleMania theme music, so only the women that matter are going to get the entrances. Whole bunch of NXT women are there now. Bayley's getting her entrance. I think Sasha will. Maybe they'll get a surprise. So it's kind of funny when they were showing Paige's movie commercial, and right when the entrance was happening, Sasha Banks was making her entrance, so she missed half her entrance. She used to get big entrances. Wow, what a fall from grace. Carmella gets out right as the match started, so I think that's good news if you're a Carmella fan. Just saying. So there's a cool, so they had all the NXT women standing tall. Yeah, both Billie Kay and Peyton Royce are in this match, by the way. I can't believe how easily they eliminated Becky. Why? She was over. The fans booed when they eliminated her that quickly. So it's obvious it was going to come down to Bayley and Sasha as the final 2. They gave it to Naomi. They teased Naomi was on the outside, but that's it for Sasha and Bayley. They said Bayley eliminate them. So, man, here we go. They're going to have another tension-filled tag team matches on Raw, yada, yada, yada. That somehow made the Andre Battle Royale look good. That was fucking horrible. Hopefully the last time we ever see a women's Battle Royale at WrestleMania again. So main show's going to start in 15 minutes. Well, the pre-show was fucking horrible, so hopefully the main card, the real show, actually is better. And the main show is about to start. Video package is starting. WrestleMania 34 opens with the national anthem played by two young new names in the music industry. I've never heard of them, sorry. And then they go to the opening video package, which I think sucked. I hated that video package. I mean, they've done so many better video packages. That was just nothing. So they start the show off with a triple threat match for the Intercontinental title, and Seth Rollins comes out first, and The Miz comes out. He sends The Miz to the back, and then Finn Balor comes out, and I'm really, really excited to see Balor because the Demon. All right, Demon WrestleMania in New Orleans is going to be a badass entrance. Finn Balor is now, he's gay, I guess. He's part of the LGBT gay community. Can we please get a Finn Balor AJ Styles feud after this? Please give us a Finn Balor AJ feud. I'd laugh my ass off. Well, he's part of the gay community. I think this is just Stephanie McMahon. It's her decision. She wants a gay wrestler for her. She's the head of PR or whatever. And this match they had was really good. It was a very entertaining match. I wasn't too into the story. I mean, I find Miz boring. I find his matches boring. I think this would have been great with just Balor and Rollins. But the thing these guys benefited was having a really hot crowd to start the show. They didn't have to suffer like the rest of the roster with the crowd that was just dead after the halfway point. So Rollins winning that match kind of surprised me because I thought he'd be going to SmackDown soon, but Rollins is the Intercontinental champ. He's arguably the best wrestler in the company, so that's supposed to be the workhorse pet. It's a good fit, I guess. So then they go to a match. I was very surprised this was coming up next. I thought this would be one of the main events. It's Charlotte and Asuka. So when they did the entrances, I really, really loved Charlotte's entrance. It was basically the reverse of WrestleMania 30. So at WrestleMania 30, she came out with Triple H's entrance. It was her, Alexa Bliss, and Sasha Banks, all like these women. When Triple H was a king, now she's the queen, and she has all these guys with her. So it was kind of a reverse. It was nice to make her, come off as big of a star as possible. At the the soundtrack of 2001, The Space Odyssey, was great, and she had a great entrance in this match. Asuka came out. They did this thing with the video screen with all the Asuka masks, and I didn't really like that. This was a great match. This was a really great women's match. I really enjoyed it. Look, I think if their reason for ending the streak was to recreate the Undertaker moment from WrestleMania 30, they did not do a good job because this wasn't the same. Like, I liked Asuka's streak. It's not the Undertaker's undefeated streak. I think that might have been the reason. They made a mistake. I like Charlotte a lot. I know she's their top girl. She's kind of like in that Roman Reigns position, for the woman. I know she's the woman without question, but Asuka should have won. Asuka needed that. She just won the first ever Women's Royal Rumble. First ever Women's Royal Rumble winner doesn't win the title at WrestleMania. It was the second match. I don't agree with the booking at all. I don't like it. You just threw away Ronda Rousey and Asuka. That could have been a huge match. Why did you break the fucking streak here? The match was still a really, really good match. But I don't agree with that at all. And having her tap, I'm not with that. I don't like that. And, I think it's Charlotte Ronda Rousey, WrestleMania 35. That's what I'm starting to think. In New York, that'll be the main event. That gives me better, I predicted that, a while ago, and I really think that's probably the direction. So I get if that's what they want to do, but I wouldn't have broken the streak here. So they go to the Fatal 4-Way match: Rusev, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, and Bobby Roode. I'm not going to spend much time on it. Why? Why won't I spend much time on it? Because fuck you, that's why. That's the Vince McMahon meme I always post on my Twitter account. That's what he says to all of us here. That's absolute bullshit. This was the easiest match to book. There's rumors Rusev asked for release, and leave Rusev. Get the hell out of this fucking company. This was the easiest match ever to book, and I picked Mahal to win anyway. I'm not surprised. I don't even want to talk about that. Anyway, then we go to the match that had not the highest expectations from a lot of people, some low expectations, and this match ended up stealing the show. You have Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle against Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. So the way the entrances start, let me say this. I didn't like Triple H and Stephanie's. Again, it was kind of like reverse entrance of WrestleMania last year in Orlando when the motorcycle entrance, now instead of the guy motorcycles, with motorcycles, the police escort, they have all these, these biker chicks. I mean, biker chicks are all like these Lesbians with buzz cuts. Sorry guys, that's like movie lesbians. They're not really that attractive in real life. Story of Triple H's death. Ugh, whatever. I didn't like their entrance. Kurt came out, and then Ronda kind of got her big entrance, and Ronda Rousey is the star of WrestleMania 34. She was fucking awesome. This match turned into a great match, and they had the match of the night without question. Whether or not you like Ronda or not, or she's getting everything handed to her, yada, 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 where you can say the same stuff, there's no question she's the best part of this show. She was the star of this show. She was the biggest star coming out of this show. She was going to be a superstar for this company. She's going to make them a lot of money. This match was so much fun. There was part of me, like, I knew Ronda was going to win, but oh my gosh, Stephanie going to pin Ronda Rousey. And Ronda Rousey's attire, at first, if you watch UFC, attire kind of reminded me, she had the Roddy Piper attire. It kind of reminded me of Miesha Tate's attire. That's her big rival in MMA. She kind of wore like the skirt when she fought Ronda. So, like, Ronda took her attire, but then I realized it was something, the tribute to Piper, and she took it off, and just kind of like her MMA gear, and she was fantastic here. This was a spectacle. This was amazing. The biggest mistake this show, they're going to look back on this show and realize we fucked up big time. This should have been the main event. If this needed to be the main event, the crowd could have been still alive. The crowd was on their feet for like the whole 20-25 minutes, how long this match was. That hurt the show, and Ronda Rousey was so amazing. She sucked the air out of the building. Dana White was there. Obviously, he thinks wrestling's fake. Oh, it's fake. Fake shit should be $99.99. Anyway, I know him and Ronda are really close. He was there for her. Obviously, I'm sure he knows. He probably misses Ronda because his other big superstar, Conor McGregor's in fucking jail right now. Or I don't know if he got out. Man, that guy, what the fuck he's doing. But this was amazing. So, during this whole part, the fiasco, I almost forgot to mention during the Charlotte and Asuka stuff, the big problem with that match, to go back to it, was John Cena. John Cena is so fucking annoying on this show. He's driving me nuts. He is so freaking annoying, and they keep teasing the stuff with The Undertaker. And then they went to the Usos, New Day, and Bludgeon Brothers. The New Day get this big pancake entrance, and look, the Usos came out second, and the Bludgeon Brothers. Look, Bludgeon Brothers are a dominant tag team. They didn't need to make this a squash. I thought this could have been the ladder match. This could have been like a TLC match. It was rumored to be. I thought it was going to be for sure, and I thought, they're going to change it on the show. No, it was just a singles match. It turned into a squash match. Bludgeon Brothers destroyed them. Bludgeon Brothers are going to be a fun tag team, but I don't like squash matches at WrestleMania, and I especially don't like the fact that, the Usos and New Day have torn it up for the whole past year. They deserved a better match. So, as I said, John Cena is annoying as fuck. The Elias stuff was awful, and I like Elias, but man, this stuff was cringeworthy. Cena and Elias, and this whole thing, Cena running back and forth like an idiot, like a fool. He just looks so stupid. And then, all of a sudden, the Undertaker's gong goes off, and then we see his gear from last year, from WrestleMania 33, the same gear back in the ring, and then lightning hits the gear, and it disappears. I'm thinking to myself, is he coming back as the American Badass? No, he uses that same gear, so the dead man's back. I really wanted to see the American Badass. Why couldn't we see the fucking American Badass? I don't want to see the damn dead man anymore. Dead man should have retired last year, but what happens is, the Undertaker and John Cena have a match, and the Undertaker squashes John Cena. Just destroys John Cena. The Undertaker looked horrible. Could barely move. His hips still bothering him. I don't know. Maybe this is a match till next. I think this might, be a rematch next year, and Cena might think he might put his career on the line. They might career versus career next year. But this can't be Undertaker's last match, and squash match like that. That's another squash match. This whole build-up sucked, and I didn't like that. It was fine. I mean, I like seeing John Cena get destroyed, but I don't know. Do you have to do that at WrestleMania? So they did the Hall of Fame next. Everyone was out except Kid Rock, so maybe no American Badass at all for Kid Rock. I couldn't even see him at the Hall of Fame. Motherfucker can't even show up. So then we go to the match where I thought could have stole the show. It did not, but it was a fun match. It was Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So Shane comes out first, and Daniel Bryan gets a big WrestleMania entrance. Daniel Bryan's entrance was the Yes Movement. It's Yes-O-Mania Part 2, the Miracle on Bourbon Street Part 2. How could you not be happy for this guy? I'm just so happy to see him back. I was just really happy to see him there. He was emotional. how can she be happy for this guy? This was a really good feel-good WrestleMania moment, seeing him win. This was just a lot of fun. I was so happy to see him win. However, the match was not very good. It was okay. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens attacked them. They jumped them before, and they take out Daniel Bryan. And it turned into a handicap match for a while. And then Daniel Bryan comes back, and the match picked up. The second half ended up being really good, but the first half was dreadful, was shit. But the second half was really fun, and it ends up being an okay match. But for Daniel Bryan's return, you want something great. The crowd was quiet. This was dying a death. The crowd, again, Ronda Rousey sucked the energy out of this damn building. Like, ever since then, they were quiet for the Undertaker and Cena. They were quiet for Daniel Bryan's big return. I mean, when he won, when Daniel Bryan, everything he did, he got a big reaction. A chant, yes, like crazy. But you would expect a little bit more energy in this match. But yeah, there's certain people on the show who are really over with this fans, and everyone else they can give two shits about. That was the theme of the show. There was a lot of wrestlers on the show they did not care about. But Daniel Bryan it was a really nice WrestleMania moment. Miracle on Bourbon Street Part 2, same stadium when he won the title at WrestleMania 30, one of the most amazing moments in WrestleMania history. Not quite the same, but again, this must be a really historic building for him. He wins the main event at WrestleMania, and then, he makes his big return after 3 years at a WrestleMania. So then they transition to a women's match. Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax are going after Daniel Bryan and Ronda, Undertaker, and Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Okay, so this was a piss break for most people. The match placement on the show was terrible. This should have been the second match. You could have put Charlotte and Asuka here. This did not need to be the 8th match on the show, and the crowd was... This was one of all... I don't know if I've heard a crowd at a major pay-per-view be this dead for a match. They did not give a fuck about this. They were just dead. There was silence. You could hear a pin drop. And, Alexa Bliss, she's their second top female star behind Charlotte. She got a big entrance. She came out on this pedestal as a goddess. Mickie James came out there, and Nia kills Mickie quick, and Nia and Bliss. It was just a quiet match. It wasn't a horrible match, just... it didn't need to be that long. It should have been a squash. The other matches shouldn't have been a squash. Taker and Cena and the tag match, they didn't need to be squashes. This was a match that needed to be a squash. And this whole anti-bullying thing. Nia Jax gets a big moment. She's crying. I wanted to see Carmella. Saying stuff, man, I really wanted to see Carmella come out. It's kind of disappointing. I don't know. Is she gonna fail like Asuka? Asuka, I mean, she's the first ever women's Money in the Bank winner. Is she gonna fail like Asuka's the first ever Royal Rumble winner, women's Royal Rumble winner, and she failed. So. I don't know. The booking on the show is bad. This is starting to remind me of 2 years ago when that booking was horrible and the matches were good, but the booking sucked. And this crowd is dead. This show is falling apart, man. It's starting to fall off a cliff. Up next, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, so the video package was good. Nakamura had the best entrance of the night. It was an incredible entrance with the guitars. Alice Cooper, she's a female, guitar player. She was great. All the violins, it was amazing. Nakamura's has to win. Nope. So this crowd was dead for most of it. There was times they got into it. AJ, when he came out, he got a pop. Both guys were a pop. Okay, this is gonna be good. And they were in it at the beginning. This turned into a WWE structured match. Thank you, Vince. A WWE structured match. No, from the Tokyo Dome, this is what that should have been. The Wrestle Kingdom 10 at the Tokyo Dome, that match was fucking amazing. That should have been the match they had here. This was so disappointing. I wanted to see this for a whole year. Since Nakamura debuted like 2 nights after WrestleMania last year, I've been waiting for this match for a whole fucking year. I am so disappointed. They did not let them go. The crowd was dead because, they've been dead for like the last 2 hours. Like, this crowd is dead right now. I don't think nothing's going to get them back into this. But it wasn't a horrible match, but it was a good match. But oh man, so disappointing. I was expecting this. I thought to myself, you know what, this could be the greatest match in WrestleMania history. That's how much I thought about this match. I was so excited. Oh my God, it's a Superdome. These two, they're going to tear it up. It was a WWE match at WrestleMania. What do you expect? Heel turn sucked. I hated Nakamura turning heel. I think it sucked. I thought AJ should have turned heel after he loses to Nakamura. The wrong guy won. AJ shouldn't have won. I love AJ Styles. Everyone knows I love AJ. He's one of my favorite wrestlers in the company. And I love Charlotte too. But Vince McMahon, fuck you, you racist pig. Seriously, you're a racist pig. And I hate calling anybody a racist because I hate when people just play the race card, but you're a racist pig. The wrong guys in Royal 1. I like AJ and Starr a lot. They needed to lose tonight. It should have been Asuka winning. It should have been Nakamura winning. They won the Royal Rumble. Big moments. Give them their big WrestleMania title changes. The wrong people won here. Nakamura should have won. I love AJ, and the heel turn sucked. I guess the feud's going to continue. Maybe Nakamura gets the belt at Backlash or something, but, no, I don't agree. I love AJ, but... It is. Vince has to repay the United States. We finally got him back for Pearl Harbor. 2 Americans beat the 2 Japanese. Whatever. It is what it is. So then we go to the tag team title match, and this is the buffer match. The placement match has been terrible. I think they completely underestimated the fan reactions for some of the matches, and the show's paying a price for it. The show's really gone downhill. If this show had better placement order, this would be a really great WrestleMania. The matches are fun. It's just the way they're placed, and this tag match, this whole thing, Sheamus and Cesaro, the bar, got a big entrance with Mardi Gras themed entrance. Braun Strowman comes out. Again, I don't even need to go on this rant anymore. He should be in the main event. He should be beating Brock Lesnar to win the title. I don't even want to get into that shit anymore. I've been saying it since I started making videos last year. He should be in the main event of WrestleMania 34 and winning the title, but they have other plans. This whole thing, he goes into this audience and picks this kid called Nicholas. He's going to have him as a tag partner. I just think, damn, this stuff sucks. This show's terrible. This has just been awful, man. The first couple hours are amazing, and the show's like falling off such a high cliff. It's incredible. I don't know if I've seen a WrestleMania like that when the show just was, oh my god, this is going to be an amazing show. Like the first couple hours after the Rousey match and the Charlotte Asuka match and the opener, the triple threat, oh my god, this is a great WrestleMania. Boom. Fell off a cliff, and this match boring. This kid is in the ring, and Braun Strowman wins. It's a nice moment, yay. It's a fun moment for this little kid. I don't know who he is. He's a plant, obviously. I don't know who he's related to. I have no idea. I don't know what they're going to do with Strowman now. He's a comedy character. The one thing I liked, he destroyed that Mardi Gras set, so that kind of summed up what he's been doing to Hoyer. He gets to destroy something at WrestleMania. He wins this match. He pretty much squashes the bar. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, so main event is up next. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. Here's what I'm going to say. You guys have heard... if you listen to my videos, I don't want to watch this match. I am not going to watch this match. I'm currently doing this review as this match is going on. I have turned off the TV, so I don't know what's happening, but the match is currently going on. I have nothing to say about it. That's it. I don't care what happens. I know Roman Reigns is going to win. I don't give a shit if they do something crazy. I've been protesting this match. I'm not going to even watch it. I know there's that big WrestleMania walkout on Twitter. They're saying I think that's kind of stupid. I would have left anyway, but yeah. So when we talk about the show as a whole, he had some really good highlights, but he had a lot of matches that were disappointing. I think the biggest problem was the booking of the show, and more importantly is the match order. And obviously the biggest problem everyone's going to have, and everyone's going to say this until they do this, make the change, the show's just too long. You can't have a 7-hour show anymore. I can't watch it. I've been watching this since 5 o'clock. I'm freaking exhausted. I am so tired. And I review wrestling every week. I am exhausted. I don't want to watch it anymore. I'm sick of WrestleMania. I don't even like watching a fucking 7-hour show anymore. I'm exhausted. These fans are exhausted. I'm going to make a suggestion, and let me hear what you guys think about it. Make WrestleMania a 2-night show. Saturday night, a 4-hour show, not 5 hours. Get 5 hours out of it. 1 hour pre-show, a 4-hour main show, 5 hours in total. That's what WrestleMania used to be when I really liked it, and it was really good. That's how we miss WrestleMania, 4-hour show. And then that's on Saturday night. Sunday night, same thing. 1 hour pre-show, 4-hour main show. You could have 8 matches on both cards. You could have easily had that with this card. There was a lot of multi-man matches. Or 7 matches even on both cards, with matches getting longer times. I think both shows would be so much better, and this stuff has to stop. I can't take these 7-hour shows anymore. I hate them now. It's driving me nuts. The crowd was dead, and the poor wrestlers had to suffer for it. This should have been a much better show than it was. I think if this show was 2 nights, it would be an amazing show. But it wasn't a terrible WrestleMania, because he had a lot of good stuff early on. But yeah, this show, to pretty much sum it up, started off with a whole bunch of promise, and it fell off a cliff. So, WrestleMania 34, not a great WrestleMania by any means. Not a terrible show, but...
Okay, what the fuck happened?
Should have been a lot better than it ended up being. Yeah, okay. Saw on Twitter, I see Reigns lost. Brock Lesnar beats Roman Reigns. Brock is still the champion. I was ready to upload this video. Brock's the champ. Okay, Lesnar won. I didn't watch the match. I'll probably watch it at some point. Wow. Okay, they did what they did. They wanted to have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar for 4 years. If I want to go back to WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, in that same damn Superdome, that Brock beat the streak so Roman Reigns can beat him the next year in San Jose so he can have his crown-shaving moment. They kept holding it off. They did it this year. Roman Reigns is going to get his win and Brock Lesnar wins. So all that shit for nothing. Yeah, okay. I hate Reigns, but I wanted this to be over with. Brock's still the champ. Oh, so what? Why? If I have to hear anyone who doesn't think Brock and Braun should have been the main event and Braun winning, you're a fucking moron. I don't want to see Brock as champ anymore. I don't know. Maybe he loses soon. Bobby Lashley, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but Brock Lesnar won the main event of WrestleMania. He's still the champion. He beats Roman Reigns. I heard he busted Reigns open badly. He gave him like 6 or 7 F5s. Brock's still champ. Well... Okay, let the good times roll.